worshiping and you don't worship God when you don't feel like worshiping, that is not walking. It's like skipping. You're making one step and then you stop. Right? Or maybe it looks like you had just a stroke. Or maybe walking like a zombie. That's not walking. Walking is, you follow what I'm saying? You want to walk with God, there must be consistency and continuity. Are you with me? Amen. How many years did Enoch walk with God? 300 years. He was 365. Remember, 65 years he was not a Christian. He was not a believer yet. And then he became a Christian and he walked with God 300 years. In other words, the rest of his life. And 300 years in our lifespan would be 62 years old. That's 80% of your lifespan. Now imagine what will happen if each and every one of us will walk with God, will commune with God, will listen and enjoy the presence of God 80% of the time. You know what's going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. You will love God more. The more you know God, the more you love Him. And the more you love God, the more you love Him, the more you love Him, the more you hate sin. Any kind of sin. The more you walk with God, the more distance you put yourself between the world and you. Every day that you walk with God, you lose the desires of the world. You lose the temptations of the world. And God will change. You know why? God will change your values. God will change your priorities. And God will change your character. You'll be more humble and dependent on God. And the result is, even if you walk through the valley of shadow of death in your journey, you will have no fear, but peace in your heart. Because you know that God, you're absolutely certain that God is just right beside you. Amen? That's why David can say, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil, because your rod, the shepherd, taps on the sheep to comfort, to assure him, because your rod, they comfort me. If you walk with God, that is what you're going to experience. And here's more. If you walk with God, you'll be supremely happy. Amen? Amen. You'll be happy in your marriage. You'll be happy as a single. You'll be happy in your schoolwork. You'll be happy in your work life. You'll be happy in your whole life. Because you can't be miserable if God is with you. Amen. Amen. And most of all, you will be forever happy in heaven.